It is Vicky with Mindful Minute, and today's reading is Until Today by Iyalana Vanzant. And this book has been, this month especially, her readings have been kicking it, man. They are so good and so helpful to me right this very instant in my life, right where I'm at. And I'm grateful for that. So this one is called, on November 25th, The Greatest Service I Can Offer is Being Gentle with Myself as I Change. Changing your life does not always mean that you stop doing certain things. It may mean that you start doing certain other things. It may mean moving your time, energy, and focus away from all the things you should not be doing and placing them on the things you should be doing. Rather than beating yourself up for what you are not doing, appreciate and celebrate the things that you are doing. When you shift your focus away from what you do not want, you can create a vision for what you do want. Changing your life means learning a new way to be. Learning occurs in a loving and supportive environment. Super important. Learning occurs in a loving and supportive environment. When you are hostile towards yourself, frustrated or angry with yourself, it will be difficult for you to learn. You will set expectations for yourself that you cannot live up to. How can you be for yourself if you are against yourself? Learning occurs best when there is an attitude and an environment of acceptance. When you judge the mistakes you make as bad, you will be resistant to learning the lesson. If you were to be completely honest, you would admit that you don't want to be wrong. Being wrong makes you feel ashamed of yourself. What you really want to do is nurture the attitude that you are open to learning more about yourself, accepting more about yourself. This is the information that will inspire you to do something new rather than creating an internal hostile environment. By focusing on what you must stop doing, focus on what you want to do. Choose a new course of action that will change the way you experience yourself. Until today, you may not have recognized the things you do to yourself that make it hard for you to do anything different. Just for today, lighten up. Don't fight with yourself. Focus on what you do, can do, choose to do, and are ready to do. Today, I am making a shift in the way I focus on my activities. And this whole self-help spiritual slash bettering ourselves journey for me has been quite interesting and never without mistakes. I can guarantee that there is always a you step forward and you go back, and you step forward and you go back, and it's almost extremely uncomfortable for me when I do new behaviors. It's almost, I don't know what to do with myself, which is really why I named my company Awkward and Awesome Coaching, because it's awkward. It's awkward to change. We've had these habits for years and years and years, and I know when I started to, like, boundaries, for example, when I started setting boundaries with myself, with others, with, it was awkward. And it was almost, looking back, it's kind of funny. I remember I was in a relationship, and at the beginning of the relationship, I was trying to set up very clear boundaries. And one of the things I used to say all the time in this relationship, and it became a joke because it was quite funny, but I meant it. And I said, well, that's a deal breaker, and just like that, not like that's something that I won't compromise, right? You could say it a little softer, but of course I said, well, that's a deal breaker. And it was really awkward for me. And on the inside, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I just said that, and it became something that we could laugh about, but it was awkward. But I will tell you that not only did that work for me and make me feel more comfortable and safe in that relationship. But you know what else it did? It it really helped me practice it, and now I don't have to say it so harshly or so awkwardly or so. Now I can really, sometimes I don't even need to tell somebody what my boundaries are and still have my own boundaries with a person. So it becomes something that is a little more finesse. You do it a little more finesse, but I mean, it's awkward. I talk about it all the time, how when I'm learning a new behavior or a new way to live or something I want to change about myself and my behaviors or whatnot, and it really is anything, right? If you think about how you ride a bike when you're first learning how to ride a bike, you're kind of awkward and you're kind of, you know, just falling off and, not successful, not perfect, right? Perfect isn't possible, especially as a beginner. And I'm a beginner right now. I'm beginning this new journey, and it's going really well. And I'm not living in a hostile environment in my head most days. But I'm not going to say that there aren't some days that I'm beating myself up about what I'm doing wrong or what I'm not doing enough of or what I'm not, you know. And it's a constant process of trusting that I'm right where I'm supposed to be, that I'm learning what I'm supposed to be learning if I'm not in a hostile environment. When I'm in a hostile environment, just exactly what she said. Exactly what she said. She said, learning occurs in a loving and supportive environment. And that's important. And it's so true if you think about it when you were in school and the classes that you did the best in. Weren't the teachers loving and supportive instead of harsh and hard and jerky? I think they were. And I feel as though that's where the real change comes. And so we have an opportunity when we're going through this self-development with others, by on our own, whatever our journey is and whatever our um, way of doing it is. When we do this and we give ourselves this opportunity for growth and becoming and choosing how we want to live, when we do this and we give ourselves a chance to do it, that loving and supportive environment is important. And the other piece of it that's important, not only should we be loving and supportive to ourselves, but we should be around people that are loving and supportive to us. Because that is when we really feel that we can stumble and trip and become. Because becoming isn't always, you don't ballet your way into becoming a better person. You trip and fall and stumble and get up and try again. And that's how that works. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful that I've learned to accept that. And I'm grateful that I haven't gotten stuck in this other piece, which she wrote that really hit me. If you were to be completely honest, you would admit that you don't want to be wrong. I'm grateful that I've given up the right and wrong. And that if I'm not doing it right, that I'm wrong. Because what she says is being wrong makes you feel ashamed of yourself. And I've spent many years being ashamed of myself, and I don't think that has served me very well. So I'm learning in a loving and supportive environment how to be better, a better me today. And then we'll see what happens tomorrow, because tomorrow's not here. And yesterday I might have made mistakes, and I hopefully have learned from them. But I hope this helps you. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day and a beautiful, grateful, if you're in the States, a grateful holiday week. And if you aren't, I hope you have a beautiful week, normal week. And please subscribe to my channel. Send me some comments, let me know, send me a message. You can also subscribe to my Awkward and Awesome email list. There's a little under the picture in the YouTube area. There's a place that you can, if you're on Facebook, you can DM me and I'd love to hear from you. And I hope you have a very beautiful, blessed, and fun day. And I hope you do just a tiny, tiny bit to love yourself a little bit more. So, peace. Namaste.